Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be taking out the social credit deductor. Now this thing is pretty neat, but before we get into that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join the Discord down below, because that is how you enter in our 10,000 Golden Eagle giveaway, which will be released when we reach 10,000 subscribers. Now this thing is very fun. It has two types of ATGMs, one that are more suited for heavier tanks and helicopters, and the other are more suited for lighter vehicles. But other than that, make sure to join the Discord down below, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so just a brief stat check. So here we got our sweet rounds. They have 102 millimeters of penetration. You got these bad boys. It's best to just take these two. Now, in terms of missiles, these are best for tanks and these are best for air targets, although you can also use these on tanks. And I'll show you how well these are kill helicopters in a second. But yeah, this is... oh, and it also gets smoke and thermals. And of course, it does have commander thermals way up here. Kind of high up there. So my main tactic with this vehicle is I like to go to the side of the map and basically just scout targets from afar, because this thing is basically an ATGM truck that comes with a little drone. So you can see here I spot some targets. I wouldn't say I'm hold down, but I'm pretty hidden and they don't see where I am. So I see these guys, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna mark them, go up the hill and try to scout them. And again, this thing's like an ATGM truck, so you just peek, launch a couple ATGMs, go back down. And the main cannon works as well, but I only use it in certain scenarios. Like here you'll see after I shoot this guy, I start blasting him to make sure his cannon is destroyed. And one cool tactic you can do with all the fog going off, just use the 30mm to pop up the damage view on the top right of the screen so you can see what you're hitting, because a lot of the time, when you're shooting vehicles with this, you won't see anything that's going on. It'll just fog up. Another cool thing is you could see he shot my turret there, but it did nothing because either it went through or it just didn't explode the ammunition. Luckily, that's largely because this turret is fully automated. Like there's no one in the turret basically. And there's pros and cons to this, of course. But you can see here we're using the big ATGMs. And they lock onto helicopters with, they feel like, I'm not sure what they're guided with, but I'm pretty sure it's IR, because they are fire and forget. So you can launch these and just turn around and they'll hit their target. Unfortunately, they're not really good against fixed wing aircraft, but this does get a IRST where you could just track targets and hit them that way. So overall, it's a lot of fun. This vehicle has a lot of unique features. The main thing I don't like about it is its height. To be honest, I could go without the commander hatch. It's cool, but it's way too high. When you're in hold down positions, people see you a lot earlier than they should. And then you can see here in this shot, we launch one of these bad boys, and these are similar to the spike missiles, I believe, where they go up and then down. So actually, I guess a better example would be like a javelin. How they have their flight path, they'll go up and then hit them from the top. But there's problems with this when you're shooting in like tree lines and stuff. Sometimes they'll hit the trees, but you can see here it just lands on the target perfectly because it goes through the trees. But sometimes it will hit the trees and you'll lose your missile, and that's when you'll use the smaller missiles, which don't do as much damage, especially against like higher tier tanks or tanks with like ERA and all that, or APS. But the lighter vehicles that you'll meet at 9.7, it'll just penetrate right through them, as you see here. That hits a Bradley and it just melts the thing. Yeah, you can see here I'm on this map and I'm basically just trying to stay out of their line of sight. I flanked their entire team and I'm just launching ATGMs from far. I do suggest that you make sure you can get to cover quickly, because this thing is not the fastest. If someone sees you and you try to back up, you're pretty much screwed. And you can't shoot on the move, so you have to be stationary when you fire. So getting a good hold down position really helps. But if you do get spotted, you're kind of screwed. But I mean, it seems to be working out though. These guys, they just keep dying, and I guess they don't look over here. So yeah, I mean, it's a really good vehicle. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. I think it might get up tiered after a little bit, because in my opinion, 9.7s, I don't know. I mean, if you use this like a normal tank, if you use it like an Abrams, you're gonna die, right? But if you use it sparingly, you might get a couple kills. You might annoy the team a little bit. You can see here, after I got bombed, I decided to land my drone and cap the point. You know, I'm a team player, so I like to help the team out, and drones are not my favorite. Now, this is a very interesting shot. So you can see I launched these, the guy goes behind cover, and one of my missiles explode in the air. But one of them hit. So as long as the missile itself has line of sight of the target, it'll still hit. And you can see I'm dead right here, and you can see it goes to the tank, and bam, there's my missile. So these things are fully fire and forget. They're pretty nice. The cannon is also nice as well. You can see here, I just totally obliterated that poor guy. And then here we have a heavy tank, a Leopard, and it just goes right through him. But again, that is behind him, and armor's a lot softer. And then right here is very interesting as well. So this is what I'm talking about. The thing will die in one shot, obviously, and that's because the crew is so close to each other. You can see it only killed one guy in there, and the vehicle died. But you know, that's just one of the I guess benefits or side effects, I should say, with having a automated turret, or a turret that has no one in it, you know. But yeah, no, this is awesome. So this shot here, this is probably my most favorite shot. So you can see I launched the ATGM. I have no clue where it went. I think it's the one on the top right, but I lose track of it, and I'm like, okay, I don't think those are gonna hit. And I start to see another helicopter, and you know, I'm just gonna let you guys watch this. I'm just gonna let you guys watch this and see what happens. There it is. Okay, so I didn't kill that KA-50 in front of me. That was the first KA-50 I shot at. And I went into the replay to just see what the missile did. And so let's speed it up a little bit, you know, make this a little quicker, enhanced, dare I say. And you can see this KA-50, he runs away. He's out of my line of sight, and the missile's just still tracking. And then you can see right here, it manages to burn its way all the way to him, and he's quite far from the AO. So I found that very interesting. And the second helicopter, he started shooting at me, and his missiles were doing nothing to my turret. So I decided to lock him and launch one of these. And you'll see how maneuverable these are against helicopters. They don't do this with jets, but with helicopters, they seem to turn really well. And by the way, the one that is tracking him currently, that is a that's the smaller missile I shot. That's you'll see it explodes. I'm not sure if it even hit him. I think it went out of range. But you can see those two missiles on the right. There's two little missiles tracking him that I launched. Those are the big ones. Those are the chunky missiles, and you can see they still track him. There's nothing he could do. So you know, once they're up there and they see their target, it's pretty much game over for whatever helicopter's trying to evade these. They don't work well against fixed wings. I haven't been able to get a kill on a fixed wing with it yet. I'm sure you can, but I've yet to see it. But definitely helicopters. This thing will blow them right out of the sky. And of course, light armored vehicles, you could just use the smaller ATGMs to blow those up. It's basically a one-tap. Even Leopard 2Ks, you can one-tap them, or CV90s. You can one-tap them with the bigger ATGMs, and you get, I think, 20 or 15 of them. So it's a pretty good vehicle. Coupled with its cannon, you can't go wrong. And you can ripple fire these bad boys. You just keep launching them one after another until the guy's dead. It's a very fun vehicle. Is it worth the grind though? I mean, I think it is. If you're farming China, or if you want to get Chinese tanks, I think it's worth it. Or if you have a good cast plane, maybe if you have the Chinese F-16, then yeah, I'd say go ahead and get it. It's a really nice vehicle. I have a lot of fun with it. If you want a couple quick kills and just to get in the game, I'd say get it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to join the giveaway down below, and I hope you guys have a great day. Oh, and don't forget to join the Discord to enter in the giveaway as well. Anyway, take care, guys.